So, good evening. Good evening. I'm Dr. Surendran Charugodan, Assistant Librarian, Cochin University of Science and Technology, Cochin, Kerala. So, I welcome all of you to this webinar on Google Scholar and how can we utilize Google Scholar for searching articles and creating a profile for us and creating a profile for our faculty members and scholars and visible and making our institution visible to all the scholars across the globe. So I'm just sharing screen. Now you can see this is the normal window for Google Scholar, and you might have visited Google Scholar before. So normally it is a search engine or it is a search platform. As you know, we have many search platforms or search engines. So Google Scholar is limited to scholarly articles or scholarly literature. We can say scholarly literature that that include journal articles, patents, theses, books, book chapters, and conference proceedings, and these types of scholarly materials. So when you do my first attempt is that when you do a search for example, any keyword. So you can see this one, any keyword. So this is the display format for Google Scholar. So here you can see there are many options. For example, you can customize the search first. You can customize the search. For example, if you want to know the latest articles only, then you can do this one since 2025 or since 2024. So please note down the total number of articles retrieved or search results, we can say. And when I click on since 2024, see the difference, 48,000. So this way it is customized. We are able to customize the search results. And moreover, the results are, you can customize by sites, that is by the number of citations. So I'm just clicking on sites, and now you can see most cited item first, followed by other items. So this way you can customize, and some other SJR, Saimago Journal Ranking. So if you want to customize your search by this way, you can do that. Okay, then I'm just again clicking on anytime. Now we have 73 lakhs. Okay, please note that this simple search would bring results for both artificial and intelligence. So when we want to have articles limited to artificial intelligence as a key term, single term, just put this within quotation. So artificial intelligence. This is the next point. Now you can see 73 lakhs became 47 lakhs. So now the articles would be purely limited to artificial intelligence. So this way you can customize your search. So one way, just searching and searching according to sites and searching according to time. And you can also, there is also a possibility for custom range. Okay. Then again, you can create an alert. If you click here, and then you give your this include something, otherwise you this one, because now this is the Gmail address I put, and if I click create alert, then Google Scholar will be sending me articles or notifications upon publishing articles on artificial intelligence by scholars across the world, in journals across the world, or across various publishers. So this way you can get updation or get new articles, information about new articles from Google Scholar. So create alert facility, this one. Okay. Again, next thing you can see, now you can see here, you can see Q1, this Q1. What do you mean by Q1? So this journal is a Q1 journal. So one of my sub themes was customization of Google Scholar results to uh, Q1 journals or Q2 journals. So I identify which are the Q1 journals or Q2 journals or such journals. So please note that now this Google Scholar shows this article or this journal as Q1. So what do you mean by Q1? Q1 is the most or top 25 journals in that field, particular field. Q1. Most important journals, we can say. Otherwise, we can say prominent journals. Otherwise, core journals in the field. So most of the universities want their scholars publish their articles in Q1 journals. So Q1 journals, if we publish an article in a Q1 journal, and we will get more citation, more attention, more reading, more value, more visibility. So that is why all experts and your supervising teachers or your university would tell you to publish your articles in Q1 journals as far as possible, Q1 journals. So whenever you try to publish an article in a Q1 journal, please also try to cite from Q1 journals. That is also important. Q1 journals. So this, how do I achieve this one? Please note that I have added one Chrome extension. Chrome extension, that is X citation. Please note it down. You just add this to your Chrome browser. And please also note that on Mozilla Firefox, I didn't see this one. So those who are using Chrome, this, if you add this extension, your search results would be like this. So it will show you which are the Q1 journals. So that is Q1. And moreover, whenever you see a Q1 journal after putting or after adding excitation, and when you are searching Google Scholar, please note that along with Q1, please note down the publishers elsewhere. And please also have the idea that this is a prominent publisher. This is a prominent publisher because Google Scholar will Google Scholar will give you results from less indexed journals or less prominent journals, we can say, and uh, sometimes fake journals or predatory journals, because that is why this excitation or uh, this add-on software has a very important role, because you are in a position to cite your works, cite papers for your work from Q1 journals. And moreover, at that time, please check the publishers of this Q1 journal is elsewhere. And please, those who are not familiar with the prominent publishers, I will just show them prominent publishers who are the prominent publishers. And meanwhile, you just note down this elsewhere and this is an important publisher, because Q1 journals are normally published by prominent publishers. Okay, then again, Q1 publisher, another Q1 journal, Wiley. So again, Wiley is also an important publisher. Okay, then Springer, this journal, Springer, Q1. So Springer is also an important publisher. So this way you can identify. Next. There would be many because we have limited our search to artificial intelligence. And since 2025, since 2025, yes, again Q1 again, Q1 Springer, Q1 elsewhere, Q1 nature, Q1 Springer, then elsewhere again nature. So this way you can limit your search results to most important journals in the world. So that is very, very important. As I told you, that is very, very important, because publishing your articles in a Q1 journal is important. And when you are citing, and try to cite from Q1 journals. That is also important. Okay. Then again, this is the, please note down excitation. Please note down it and just add this a very simple process. And next thing, you can see some of the other way, this one, cited by article. Okay. Here another option, save. This save option, when you click, for example, you have selected some Q1 journals, just give save. And please also note that before searching Google Scholar, please try to sign in. Whenever you use a system or database, journal platform, please use after signing, because it is better that you first sign in and then start using the database. Then all your searches would be saved. So if you click on save, then this article would be saved in my library. There is another option, my library, and saved. Again, this Q1 save option. So then I need not worry about this again, search again, and remember again about this article. So save option and my library option. So my library is here. I will just show you. After saving this one, you just go to this menu bar and there is my library. My library is there. Then those articles would be saved over there. Okay. Then again, a cite option. So cite. So this one cite. So if you click here, Google Scholar will give you 5 citation styles. That means whenever you go through Google Scholar, you are browsing or you are searching articles, please try to at least just copy paste. So just copy paste. Otherwise, you can here BB text option is here, EndNote option is here, RefMan option is here, RefWork option. These are bibliographical styles which other softwares like Mendeley, Sotero, uh, some other bibliographical tools would easily recognize. And otherwise, you can just copy it down. Whenever you are reading, you just copy this one and paste. And also your PG students can just copy this one and create a bibliography easily. Okay, that is cite option. Again, cited by option. Cited by. This particular article has been cited by 14 other works. So here, when you click here, you are able to see those 14 articles. And please also see this side. This side means now this CUSAT, I am actually accessing this website or Google Scholar from CUSAT IP address. So we have access to these resources. That is why Google Scholar shows the location of these articles. So this right side, my right side, it shows that by clicking this one, I will be able to reach the original work. So 14 cited papers. So this way you are in a position to identify related literature. Here also you can see Q1, 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 Q1. So this is a prominent work. This is a prominent work, you can say, because cited works are also from Q1 journals. Cited works are also from Q1 journals. So this way you can identify prominent works and prominent cited works. Okay. So again, cited by. Then related articles, another option, related articles. So related articles is actually articles, not cited this article, but Google Scholar identifies that it is related to this particular article. So you can also check that one. Then Web of Science. So another option by Google Scholar. If this particular uh, article, for example, this article has received 14 citations. Okay, but when one checks Web of Science, it would be having 6 citations. So what's the difference? Please note that Web of Science and Scopus citations are limited to journals indexed by those databases. That means this 14 citation is from Web of Science, Scopus, and not indexed by Scopus or Web of Science. That is general. It is general. General means Google Scholar will take citation data from wherever it happened. Okay, sometimes it would be a magazine. So if it is available online, Google Scholar will catch that. That is why it shows 14 citations. But when you go to Web of Science and when you start searching this particular article, you could see only 6 citations. That means 6 Web of Science indexed journals have cited this paper. Okay, that is Web of Science 6, Web of Science 5. So here no, because it would be coming because only 4 citations are available now, but it would be because 2025 paper. Please note that. So this way, that is an option. That's an option you can identify. Okay. So these are the first page options you can explore. That is, it would give you access to scholarly literature, and by adding excitation you are able to identify Q1 journals, and you are able to save your research. You can cite your work by just copying in different styles, and you can also identify cited works. You can also identify related articles, and all 4 versions additional, because sometimes before publishing this particular article in ACM Computing Journal, authors of this article might have published a similar version or a related version in some other forms. Okay, that is short form or a similar form, and they might have published or presented this in a conference. So those conference organizers might have archived this one. That is why you can also check that, because that are available online. That is why all 4 versions. Okay, so this way you can identify. Next thing, you might have noticed by now that some of the authors are underlined. Authors' names are underlined. You can see this one. You can see this one. For example, if you see deep learning, I'm just deep learning, and you can see 2025. So anytime sites. So this actually option is by site. See this one, deep learning, a 2015 article published in Nature Journal, has received around 93,000 or around 1 lakh, around 1 lakh citations, 1 lakh citations, a single article. So cited by. So this way you are in a position to identify the most important topics, most important works, most important articles. So, and see this one, Web of Science, 25,000. So 25,000 citations from Web of Science indexed journals, and together Scopus indexed, Web of Science indexed, and not indexed. So 93,000, nearly 1 lakh citations for a single article. So you can decide that if you belong to this field, you must read this article. Otherwise, you can ask your students to read this article. This way, just in a model. So if you just looking at the citation data, you can decide that it is an important work in the world, and you or your students or your scholars must read this work if they belong to deep learning or at AI or machine learning or related field. Okay, and followed by other articles. So this way, see this difference. See the difference. Okay, and now you can see that their names are underlined. 3 of their names are underlined. Why? Because these authors have a verified Google Scholar account. So I'm just clicking one of the authors here, Bengio. Okay, now I reached the Google Scholar profile page of Joshua Bengio, Professor of Computer Science, University of Montreal, ILA. And here you can see verified email at UN Montreal CA. Okay, if you click here, you can reach his homepage. And moreover, he has put some keywords, deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence. And by clicking here, you will be in a position to identify world-class scholars and teachers working in artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning. So these are actually created by, you can create. These are actually created by you. Created by you. Sorry. These are created by you. And you can also create one. You can also create one. So you can also create one like this one. Just a minute. Okay, you can also create one by, like this one. How? Because there is an option. This Google Scholar gives you an option to sign in. Okay, and sign in. And when you reach here, you can create your own profile. Those who don't have a profile, please note that you can simply create a Google Scholar profile by having a Gmail account plus an institution email ID. Please note that a Gmail ID and an institution email account. That is important. So, because this is verified, when you have an institution email ID and when you verify your account, then only you will have an underlining here. That is very, very important, because some others may be having an account but not underlined. That means they have not verified because they don't have a Google institutional email ID. So please note that whenever you create an account on Google Scholar will send you, will ask you. I will just show you how my profile. So these are the things Google Scholar asks you to fill out. First, your name, whatever way you want this to appear, and your affiliation. Okay, and area of interest. These are the keywords put by Yoshua Bengio, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence. So this way, and email for verification. Here you just put your institution email ID so that Google Scholar will send you a notification to this email ID. And when you verify that one, Google Scholar will create you a verified Google Scholar profile for you. Okay. And make my profile public. Please don't forget to check this one. Make my profile public. Okay. Then Google Scholar will show you next page. Google Scholar will show you your articles, your articles, your articles, and if they are available online, if these articles are available online. Otherwise, you can manually add your articles to Google Scholar account. Okay, you can manually add, or you can put these articles in your websites or in your repositories. For example, uh, uh, you can put these articles on your institution repository, digital library, or your website. So Google Scholar would be taking metadata of or inputs from there, and it would be displaying those things. Okay. Then again, you can see citations, H index. So what do you mean by citations? Normally, we have seen that Yosha Benjo has received 93,000 citations for a single article, and together all his works, he has received around 9 lakh citations over the years, and most cited work. Year wise, if you want to know the year wise data. So this is a new article. This is a new article, second article. So 2025 article. So please note that scholars are supposed to publish their articles, at least 5 articles at a time. Please try to publish or prepare at least 5 articles at a time. And you can see that 2025, 2021, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 2025, more than 15, maybe more than 15 articles in 2025. 25 has just started 3 months. So 2025, he has maybe he might have started writing these articles in 2024, and these were published in 2025. That's why. Okay. So year-wise data or cited by data, two options, and his H index is 247. 247. That means 247 articles have been cited at least 247 times. 247 articles. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. This way, 247th article will have 247 citations. So when you are unable to identify this, what do you mean by H index? So you go to any small scholars like okay, I will just show mine. This item index. How many tens are there? 10 citations. So around 1,000 tens are there. 1,000 articles have received at least 10 citations. So now you can see revise my profile. So this citation, you can see citations 135. H index 6. That means 6 articles have been cited at least 6 times, or 6 or more than 6. So my item index is 3. That means 3 tens. First 10, second 10, third 10. 3 10, I10. So this article is not having 10 citations. That is why 3 tens. And my citation, my H index is 6. That means 6 articles have at least 6 citations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 articles, at least 6 citations. And the 7th article has only 4 citations. That is why it will not be taken. So 6 articles, and my H index will become 7 when I get one more for this one and 3 more for this one. So 7 articles, at least 7 citations. So this way it is calculated. So that is about citation. And now you are also able to identify identify scholars and teachers belonging to a particular university and their scholars having verified using their institutional email ID. So for example, CUSAT.ac.in is the verified email ID. So when we put this one, all scholars belonging to CUSAT would be available to you. So 10 each. So this is display is one page. This shows 10 results. So next one. And when you want to identify particular authors from chemistry, or if you want to, if you know a name of a particular scholar, you can just type. So this way you can identify scholars. So Anoop belonging to CUSAT. So please note that Q1, 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 Q1. So citation 827, H index 14. So 14 articles have been cited at least 14 times. Item index 20. That means 20 tens. 20 tens. 20 tens. So this way you can identify. Similarly, you can also search yours. University of Calicut.ac.in. Sometimes Calicut University. All scholars belonging to Calicut University. And you want to know chemistry. So chemistry scholars belonging to Calicut University. So this way you can distinguish your search. No, you can limit your search to a particular university to a particular domain, chemistry. Similarly, so you can also conduct uh, study about the profile, presence of authors, presence of scholars on Google Scholar. So uh, who are there more from social science background or science background? There is a study. So what are their visibility? Their visibility on Google Scholar. So for example, sociology. So only one. See this one. So these are inferences. Political. Only one. Then mathematics. Mathematics. Two. So this way you can identify. So you please put your institutional email ID here and start searching. And please also note that my next point is that when you create your profile, please put full name, full name, and please create your account giving more details. That is details of your university, place, even state, and even India, because sometimes people would search chemistry, for example. I'm just searching chemistry. So people across the world belonging to chemistry would be available to me, and on the basis of number of citations. So please also note that, scholars, please note that this is an important way for identifying world class scholars belonging to your field, identifying their articles, identifying their citations, and identifying the journals in which they have published their articles, and many other aspects are there. So simply chemistry. And Kerala, suppose Kerala. So Kerala, chemistry scholars from Kerala. So these scholars are visible only because they have put their profile with chemistry as well as Kerala or University of Kerala, otherwise Kerala, state of Kerala. See this one, this scholar, even though he belongs to Kottayam, he has just put Kerala, India. So a search for chemistry India, this scholar would be available. That is very, very important. So chemistry, Kerala, India. So chemistry, Kerala, India. Very less, maybe less. Yes, there are still many people. So this is an important way, I think, because you would be visible to, because world class scholars or world class teachers, they may not be in a position to identify your particular place, your college name, your university name. So they would be simply searching with India or Kerala. So you should be available to them. Why? Because otherwise there will be no way to identify. There will be no way them to identify you. So that's why I suggest that you put as many keywords as possible. So Department of Chemistry, NS College, Ottapalam, Palakkad, Kerala, India. This is good. And moreover, the working field. Okay, working field. So a verified email ID would be very important, because when we search this scholar's work, we will be in a position to reach the scholar's profile page easily. That is the importance of having a Google Scholar, verified Google Scholar account, verified Google Scholar account. So that is about creating your Google Scholar account and create and modifying your account according to search terms. So please think that you should be available according to different search terms, because we don't know how would people search scholars and how would people search works. So whatever way you should be you should be available to them, then only you can make your work visible, or your university. Please also note that this particular madam put chemistry Santaras College. So this college is also visible to the community or scholars across the world. That is also very important. So, and moreover, if you want to identify scholars belonging to or other faculty members belonging to this particular college, you can just copy this one and search here. Okay. So all faculty members, scholars belonging to that particular college. So this way you can identify. So whenever you identify a person, you identify a scholar, you can you can search his Google Scholar account and you can identify the works. For example, you are going to interview a person, a scholar who is coming to your university or your institution. And before going to this scholar, please identify what are the important articles, most cited articles by him over the years. And this would be a very important thing for your conversation, because the interview process would be more meaningful, because the scholar would identify that you have gone through his or her works before coming to interview him or her. Okay. Then again, this is a pull down menu. Here you can see my profile. We have already seen this one, my library. So my library, I'm just clicking my library, because these are the searches I have saved. These are the searches I have saved. So this is my library. Then alerts. So alert option. You can put a keyword and you click on alert. Google Scholar would be giving you notifications whenever scholars publish articles, on whenever Google Scholar indexes an article. Then again, Google Scholar metrics. So this is also important for scholars and teachers. This is the Google Scholar ranking of journals. So I'm just clicking on metrics. So here you can see, so nothing will work unless you view all, unless you click view all option. So here you can see view all. So now you can see that this is the world's top 100 journals ranked by Google. So Google journal ranking page. This is a Google journal ranking page. And this is the most important journals in the world, because these are ranked on the basis of 5-year H index. H index now you have seen. 2. H index 2 means 2 articles have been cited at least 2 times. H index 5 means 5 articles have been cited at least 5 times. So 488 means 488 articles have been cited at least 488 times over 5 years. That is H index. Over 5 years. This is a 5-year H index. Over 5 years, 488 articles of this particular journal have been cited at least 488 times. And if you click here, you are able to reach the other articles and number of citations. Now here is 24,000, 23,000, 16,000, 13,000. So this way you will be in a position to identify most important works in the world, most important works, or in a particular journal, most important works in a particular journal. So this is very important for scholars and PG students. So when they want to identify some project works, okay, then if you click here, you can identify the related work, or if you click here, you can reach the journal. You can reach the journal. So I'm just clicking here. So please note that without knowing the name of a journal, without knowing that it is a prominent journal, scholars and students would be in a position to reach prominent journals by the help of Google Scholar. So that is the importance of Google Scholar. And again, next thing, IEEE, Conference on Computer Vision and Pattern Recognition, 440. So click here, click here. Now you reach IEEE. Okay, again, Science, Nature Communications, IEEE Access. So 266. So now you have reached the IEEE Explore. So even without knowing the database name, publisher name, you would be in a position to come to or reach the homepage of prominent publishers. That is the importance of Google Scholar metrics. And moreover, you would be in a position to identify the topics, identify the authors, identify the themes. Okay. And further, for example, if you want to publish an article in this journal, you can go to submit option. I will just show that one. Okay. Again, there is another. This is the 100 ranking or 100 list. Okay, again, there is another important area, categories. So this is a pull down menu again. So pull it down. So that you will be in a position to identify 9 other fields and social science, physics, humanities, health, engineering, computer science, business. Okay. So engineering, for example, if you click engineering, then top 20 journals across all engineering field again for 40. Okay. Then again, subcategories. Now you will be in a position to go to civil engineering, top 20 journals. So first top 100 journals, then categories, then subcategories, then top 20 journals. Now top 20 journals. So construction and building materials. You don't know who is publishing this journal. Just click here. Just click here. Now you reach the Science Direct without knowing Elsevier publisher or without knowing the database Science Direct. Your students or scholars would be in a position to reach Science Direct homepage. So that is the importance of Google Scholar. So when you reach here, please click here. Please try to uh, please try to identify the journal. And if you click here, you would be in a position to identify the journal metrics. Now you can see site score and impact factor. That is, this journal, when you see site score is a journal metrics by Google Scholar, sorry, Scopus database, site score. When you see this one site score, that means you can see that, you can identify that this is a Scopus indexed journal. Okay. When you see this one, 7.4 impact factor, you can decide that or you can determine that this is a Web of Science indexed journal. That means this is a good journal indexed by both Scopus database and Web of Science database. Scopus indexing database and Web of Science indexing database. Because of Scopus indexing, it gets site score because site score is a property of Scopus. Because of Web of Science indexing, it gets impact factor because impact factor is a property of Web of Science. And moreover, you can also identify the journal's property supports open access. This means this journal is a hybrid journal. This journal is a hybrid journal. That means this journal would publish your articles upon payment, and it would also publish your articles without payment. And those articles that they receive payments would be available to all users in the world. That would be available to all. That is gold open access. For example, you can see this one, full text access. Now you can see this one, full text access. This is publishers have not, sorry, authors have not paid anything. So this article would be available to subscribers of this particular database, that is Science Direct. This is a commercial database. Libraries or universities need to purchase this one by paying. Now, ONOS scheme of Government of India has around 2000 or more than 2000 journals by Elsevier publisher. Elsevier is the publisher name, Science Direct is the product name. So when you see this one, full text access, this would be available to subscribers because CUSAT is subscribing to Science Direct. We have access to this particular article. This again, and you can see open access. This article, open access. This article, open access. This article would be available to all users in the world because for this article, these authors have paid article processing fee. So those articles would be available to all. That is why many universities have started publishing or asked their scholars to publish their articles in open access, Q1 open access journals. Why? Because this article would be available to all and they will be read by many people and they would be downloaded by many people and they would be cited by many people. So it would be very important for the scholar, very important for the university, and very important for the state or country because as you know the global ranking agencies as well as national ranking agencies, they collect data from Scopus database, and when we have more number of citations and more quality works, we will get more score for RPC score in NAR ranking. So that's why universities have started asking their scholars to publish their articles in Q1 journals most as far as possible. Okay, so this is about journals. And sometimes you will see some journals open access, only open access. For example, I will just, I don't know, this is again, this one, engineering structures. Again, Science Direct or Elsewhere journal supports open access. Again, this is a hybrid journal. That means it will publish both mode, with payment or without payment. Okay, structural concrete. So this is civil engineering. Full access. So here you can see about journal metrics about this journal. So you can read this about this journal option, and you can also identify by clicking journal metrics, because prominent journals, when prominent journals display journal metrics on their website, we can believe. When predatory journals or fake journals display journal metrics, we need not believe, because this is a fake claims, false claims. Okay, now site score, that means it's a Scopus Index journal, and impact factor, journal impact factor 3. That means it is a Web of Science Index. So this way, you will be in a position to identify most important journals by using Google Scholar metrics, Google Scholar journal ranking. Okay. So this is about Google Scholar metrics. And some, you can also go for settings. For example, when we are searching something, if you go, if you have added some settings, you will be getting bibliography manager, for example, show links to import citation to bib text. Okay, save. Then you see import into bib text. Now this option is available because I have added that option, or I have clicked that option. Now this is available. And again, sometimes settings, some library links. Okay, for example, this is an option for libraries. Indian Institute, searching Indian Institute, the Institute of Technology, Mumbai. Okay, for example, you belong to this library, or you belong to this university, this institution. So you just just check this one and save. Then whenever you search something, it is full text available at IIT. Okay, so it will show like this. Okay, okay, show this one. Okay. So these are some of the things you try, and settings, my profile, my library, alerts, metrics. Okay. And please also have, before searching, please also have something about the prominent publishers, because as I told you, Google Scholar would give you result from many publishers, many platforms. And when you want to limit your search, or limit your search for scholarly real literature, or Cuban journals or important journals, you please have an idea about who are the prominent publishers in the world. Then it is easy for you to identify important journals. Okay, important works. So I will just show you who are the most important publishers or prominent publishers. Please note that three category of people are publishing prominent journals in the world. One, prominent publishers like Elsewhere. Science Direct is the name of the database, full text database. And Wiley, another one, Wiley. And Sage, another one, Sage. And Taylor and Francis, another one. And Emerald, another one. And please also note that Springer, another one, Springer. Then next category. So these are the general category of publishers. Next category is professional associations like IEEE, ASC, ACM, ASME. So professional associations, they are also publishing quality journals in their field. So you can also identify these people for their important journals. So General publishers, associations or professional associations. The next category is institutions. That is uh, for example, Cambridge University, Cambridge University database name is, or full text database name is Cambridge Core. Cambridge Core contain Cambridge Core contains all journals published by Cambridge University Press. Similarly, Oxford Academic. So three category. First category, general publishers. Second category, professional association. Third category, universities or institutions, IITs, IEMs. So these are the three category of people who publish prominent journals. And whenever you try to read articles or try to publish your articles, try to publish in these journals because they are prominent publishers. And please avoid unknown publishers that are known, not known, or very less. So this way you can customize your search. So please have an idea about prominent publishers in the world, and when you search something, you would be in a position to identify Taylor and Francis. Yes, this one. And digital library, ACM digital library, ACM is a professional association. Emerald, see this one. Springer. Okay. So if something is not there, please avoid elsewhere. So this way, you would be in a position to recognize or identify most important, journals, most important works. And please also note that you need citable codes for preparing your articles. For each section, from introduction onwards, you require articles belonging to your article, related to your article, and you want to cite something. So in that case, I recommend that artificial intelligence influences, okay, influences something, whatever, business or banking, nursing, nursing. So this way, so influence nurses' attitude, Wiley. So this is important journal, and so here you can see the keywords here, and by looking at this uh, section, you would be in a position to identify if it is a good work. Then Wiley Online. So this way, Q1 journals. Then banking, banking, banking. So this way you keep on changing keywords, and sometimes you can, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to please put here, not simply artificial intelligence, be deep learning or machine learning something. No, please put the full structure, full sentence that you want articles. Okay, artificial intelligence influences, um, higher education, whatever. So now you will be in a position to identify articles, because you need not, you can go to this particular article, you can read, and you will be in a position to cite cite from this work. Okay. So these are some of the things I wanted to share with you. I'm uh, thankful to you all for spending your valuable time with me. So thank you very much for watching this webinar and attending this webinar. And I thank all participants from CUSAT and outside CUSAT for attending or finding their precious time for attending this webinar. So now I will open for discussion. You can also use your chat box. So now onwards, you can unmute and you can start. Otherwise, you can also use the chat.
Good evening, sir.
No.
Good evening, sir.